Hey everyone, Pop Daddy here, and I'm coming to you on this dreary February afternoon. I don't know how it is where you are, but it is quite rainy here. And I'm really late to the game on this video, and I'm actually going to have to kind of hurry up because it is going to be I don't want it to be that long because we have 16 things to go over, but I'm giving you a ranking of my favorite films of 2021. Well, the rankings of the films I've seen of 2021. This week's video was originally supposed to be a viewer suggestion video, but due to the fact that I shouldn't eat all those things in one day, Pop Mama told me I should save it for next week, and I'm inclined to oblige. So I'm giving you my rankings of the movies that I've seen in 2021. But first things first, baby update. Baby is currently cooking on, as of the date of this upload, at 35 weeks, which puts them at the size of BMO from Adventure Time. And I can't wait to play games with my child. It's going to be awesome. 35 weeks. 5 weeks to go. We are getting down to the wire. So, top films of 2021. Well, not top films. My ranking of films. And I'm going to just give a little 30-second to 1 minute blurb about what I thought. And, you can judge for yourself from there. But, without further ado, let's start with number 16. Number 16, Space Jam: A New Legacy. This movie was dreary and forgettable. I honestly don't remember much from it, just all the marketing from WB in there. So I guess the movie did its job. Don Cheadle couldn't save it. A cameo from Michael B. Jordan couldn't save it. Steven Yeun and Sarah Silverman couldn't save it. This movie, give it a skip. If you want to see a Space Jam, stick to the original. By the way, there are going to be some spoilers in these reviews. Number 15. I reviewed this back in November or December. I can't remember the upload date. It'll be listed on the side. Home Sweet Home Alone. Another forgettable cash-in on a long dormant franchise. This one, it's okay for kids, but if you want to watch a Home Alone movie as a family, stick to the original. The original or the second one. Those are where it's at. Number 14. This one had was my first trip back to the movies in a year and a half, and that was Marvel's Black Widow. I did not care for this movie at all. Like I said in my Marvel 2021 review, David Harbour and Florence Pugh are the total standouts of it. Florence, who later showed up in Hawkeye. I get the feeling that this wasn't really a story for Natalie, but a story for her, Florence Pugh, and it's, I saw it out of obligation. Now that it's on TV, maybe check it out, but that's my thought on Black Widow. Number 13, animated film on here, good family film, Ron's Gone Wrong. This was a cute little film, and I thoroughly enjoyed this, actually. It did have a very DreamWorks Illumination style animation, style to it, where big company, dancing, stuff like that doesn't really make sense. The movie it reminded me the most of was Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, which I actually would have preferred over this, but it was entertaining. Slapstick comedy, kids will enjoy it, adults can tolerate it. Ron was great in the movie though. So Zach Galifianakis did a great job. So, maybe give it a watch. If it's on TV, check it out. Number 12, Evil Dies Tonight, which will be said for years to come after seeing this movie. That is Halloween Kills. Having slept on this, I will say that although it is not the best Halloween film in the franchise, it is far from the worst. Keep in mind, this is a 40-plus-year-old movie franchise that's been rebooted 4 times. And has more bad sequels than good. This one is not bad. I wouldn't say it's good. It's middle of the road. If you like Michael Myers and slasher films, give this one a watch. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I might watch it again. I will definitely watch it over Halloween 5, which is the worst one. But moving on. Number 11. This one was a Shudder exclusive from Europe. Advent Calendar. I want to say this was from France or Belgium. This one was about a girl in a wheelchair who gets an advent calendar and turns out the advent calendar is evil. I did not think I was going to like this one at all, and it was very entertaining. I would say totally check it out if you're into horror movies and stuff. It's a slow burn, but it gets creepy and suspenseful. It's better than most usual horror films that I've seen over the past couple years. Number 10, while we're on the subject of Christmas, we have 8-Bit Christmas. This was a Neil Patrick Harris movie from December. He was in it. I'm not usually a big fan of his, but he was tolerable in this. And Steve Zahn was in it, as well, and he is great as always. This was a bit of a Christmas story mixed with Jingle All the Way, where a child tries to get the dream present while adults try to keep it away from them. This was a great movie. I cannot wait to show this to my child in years to come. It's a great family film, and if you're around my age, it's something that you went through, and you can tell that to your child, and it might blow their socks off. Coming in at number 9, Marvel makes its second appearance on the list with Eternals. This movie, there was too much going on in it. I mean, it was a beautiful movie, like I said in my other 2 reviews, but that was pretty much its only saving grace. I'm sort of curious to see, I wouldn't say excited, I would say curious to see where they go with these characters, but, here's hoping that, future repair can repair the damage of the movie. Number 8, this one was a Amazon original, a documentary, Val, about the life of Val Kilmer. This was actually pretty heartbreaking, and it gave a good look into his life, going over his body of work, how things are going. It's a sad story, and, you really feel for the guy, and it's weird to see how someone like him, after all these years, things really catch up to him, and that's a bad thing to say, but it's a really good look inside of his life, and shows how good of a person he is. Number 7, the movie that I always said I would do a review for, but never got caught up to, Encanto. This was very entertaining. I would highly recommend this for families. It was very Coco-esque. Lin-Manuel Miranda did the music. He did a great job. Everyone knows the "We Don't Talk About Bruno" song, which I thought was okay, but for me the money song was the one from the beginning, where the girl sings about her family. But that's just me. If you have Disney Plus, definitely check it out. It's a great family film, and a worthy addition to the collection. Number 6, ShangChi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. This one I was a pretty big fan of. The fighting was great, the choreography was great, the humor wasn't too over the top, and it really really taught me about a superhero I didn't know or cared about before. If you're a fan of kung fu movies and stuff like that, definitely check this one out. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I haven't given it a rewatch on Disney Plus yet, which may change my mind on it, but I'm looking forward to that. I don't know if I'll update you if my opinion changes, but maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Number 5, this one I actually caught a plane ride down to Florida back in October or September. And I wanted to see it right from the beginning. I'm glad I caught it, and it was so good. I really liked it. And that is Nobody. I've been a fan of Bob Odenkirk since the late 90s, during his Mr. Show days. And when he started to be the Saul Goodman character on Breaking Bad, it really amazed me how well he could do drama aside from comedy. And this movie, he's just kicking all kinds of butt all over the screen. It's like John Wick and Taken, where it's the mild-mannered person that you don't expect to be that awesomely fighting style wise. I couldn't think of anything, but this one was great. I highly recommend this one. Definitely check this out if you're a fan of Bob Odenkirk or a fan of John Wick. Check it out. Number 4, this one was one of my first reviews for the channel, I think. My first movie reviews, and that is Ghostbusters Afterlife. After sleeping on this one for a bit, it's still a good movie, and it's still probably the way I will introduce Ghostbusters to my child, along with Ghostbusters 2. But there's definitely nostalgia goggles on in this movie, because so many callbacks. The third act is pretty much a callback to the first film. Is pretty much the third act of the first film. At one point, you're like, I can see where they're going with this, and you're just along for the ride. It's It's still good. I would still recommend it, but definitely put those nostalgia goggles on, people, because you are going for a ride to the past. Number 3, this one came out in March, and I was a latecomer to this one, but I really enjoyed it, and that is Luca from Disney and Pixar. It is a beautiful movie, beautifully done. I enjoyed it. The music is great. It really has a nice Mediterranean look to it, and the visuals are amazing. I think this is probably the best animated film of last year that I've seen. I did not see Raya and the Last Dragon. I meant to see that, but I never got around to it. But Luca, I would definitely recommend this. Great for kids. Story about friendship, and definitely give it a watch. You'll like it. Number 2, this one may surprise some people, but I don't know, maybe not really if you know me, and that is The Suicide Squad. This movie was great from start to finish. Everyone did a great job. The best thing to come out of this, which was also the best thing in the movie, was John Cena's Peacemaker character. If you haven't seen that show, definitely check it out. Don't let the kids watch it. It is not for kids. I love this movie. If anything, it went on a little bit too long at parts during their final battle. I was like, let's get going. This one was definitely a great movie. It definitely action-packed. If you're a fan of comic movies, even if they're not DC ones, definitely check this one out. It definitely will wash the taste of the first Suicide Squad out of your mouth. And, that's what I have to say about that. And number 1, you guys probably called this if you saw the reviews I did last year or watched my other videos. But that is SpiderMan Far From Home. This was a very well done movie, a very good Spider-Man movie, a great installment of the Spider-Man series and the MCU series. Everyone did a great job. Tom Holland, Benedict Cumberbatch, Willem Dafoe, everyone was great. That's why, and it was very entertaining. It was long and didn't feel like that it was that long. I didn't research before doing this because I had to jump in because I needed a video. But I remember seeing the time and thinking it did not feel like it was that long. This one I really enjoyed. If you're a Spider-Man fan, comic movie fan, Marvel fan, definitely check this out. You will enjoy this. There's my ranking of the 16 films I saw last year. And if you would like me to review anything, food-wise, movie-wise, email me, tompopdaddycoombs@gmail.com. Drop me a line. Follow me on Twitter at thepopdaddy. YouTube custom URL, youtube.com/popdaddytom. Instagram at _popdaddy. Facebook.com/thepopdaddy. And I'll see you next time. Thank you for everything. I love hearing from you, and I love seeing you guys. Even though I can't see you through there, I can see the views and the upvotes, and it just makes me glad. And I will see you guys next week with hopefully that viewer request. But, thank you so much. Sorry for the noise of Owen running around. And I'll see you later. Peace.